Hello and welcome to Wingin It. So I've got some gameplay here for you today, and it's something a little bit different from what I've done before on this channel. So we'll be doing a 2v1 style game where there will be two of us controlling one player and we'll be playing against a single opponent. So joining me today on my team is Elsie. So welcome Elsie, how are you doing?
Doing good. How are you?
Good stuff, yeah, I'm very good. I'm looking forward to this. I think, like I said, we've not tried this kind of game mode before, so it should be interesting. It should make for some interesting tactical discussions during the game. But like I said, we are playing 2v1 and we're going to be playing against Tug and Cash. So they will also be uploading their perspective from this game. So definitely check that out as well to see how this game plays out from their perspective. But I think we're ready to go in this game, so we are going second, and let's take a look at our starting hand. Ooh, a lot of good options. A lot of good
A
options.
lot of good options, but no cohesion to me
No,
at first glance.
no, certainly all these bowl nests are not going to help
Oh yeah!
for that
Wow.
first one around. What have we got? Okay, again,
Oh my
not a whole
gosh.
lot, not a whole lot going on in the tray. I mean, what do you think about this?
Oh. Oh.
How would you feel about going full tuck?
Did Tuck and Cash keep a rat?
Let's have a look. No.
No. Okay.
So, I mean, that's a pretty standard, like, I'd say that's the most common group of things to keep is two birds and then cherry, worm, seed. So, I'm not even going to try and
Yeah.
predict what they've got. Um,
Forest birds.
yeah, I mean, like, what
Yeah.
kind of jumps out to me is like, we've got no real good wetland bird. Certainly, there's nothing good in the tray that kind of like jumps out at you. So, like, there's
Do you have
not.
omnivore expert?
No, it's passerine, passerine or prairie. So I don't know.
Passerine and hummingbird definitely.
Yeah, but then you still got three more to get. I mean, if we are going full tuck, I really like Prairie Manager for full tuck because you get loads of those, like double birds and
Oh
like those bonus card birds and like cowbirds and stuff that you want to be getting in your grasslands anyway. They kind of fit with this, and you only need two to get 3 points. So, but yeah,
yeah.
I don't know. Like the thing is, like, okay, Grackle is gonna have to go in the wetlands pretty much anyway. And so then what else do you keep? Like you probably want the hummingbird anyway.
Well, if you keep another bird, then you're gonna slow yourself down. You have to go for food.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, exactly.
the
That's the thing.
hummingbird and tuck and lay, food source tuck and lay. That's a pretty standard full tuck start.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I feel like these two are mandatory, and then I kind of look at the blue jay and go, well, that's the weakest. So then the other one is you go, okay, do you go grosbeak or flycatcher? But then, like you say, as soon as you do that, that's a three food bird, and you get to keep two. So you're kind of slowing yourself down. So if you're happy with it, I'm gonna go for a full tuck.
go for it.
Excellent. All right, I think that's
No,
pretty
like
straightforward.
I've been looking at full tucks recently because I never know when,
Mm,
as tuck and cash says, to pivot away.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
Mr. 140 full tuck expert over here.
Yeah, I mean, I think to be honest, it's quite flexible. So this it's quite an open start. Like, I think you can run this for the first round at least, and then, maybe you do get some stronger birds that you can pivot with. I mean, what I will say is that these end of round
Wait,
goals.
wait, wait,
Oh,
wait.
do you not like that?
Couldn't you play the grackle first, grab a card, chuck it, and then play hummingbird with the egg off the grackle?
So what I like to do is I'll play the hummingbird, then lay eggs, and then you get the grackle down. So you kind of I don't know, you get those because the problem is like okay, you play the grackle. If you draw from the deck, what if it's really good? You then don't want to tuck it, and you don't want to take from the tray because then you're revealing something for your opponent as well. So it still takes 3 turns to get all of these down, but
Okay.
you choose whether you want to have that as a tucked card or an egg. And in this case, if you get the hummingbird down first, you can lay the egg on the hummingbird, and you're not using up space on the grackle.
Yeah, go for it.
Excellent. I've got the green light. Yeah, I think these end of round goals are kind of not great for a full tuck. I mean, maybe that second one's okay, and then by the time you get into the third and the fourth one, maybe you've set some other things up anyway. But certainly that first one, yeah. So
Yeah.
Tay has got their forces turned down, so that's a pretty strong indication that they're going to get that. But yeah, I think they'll see this hummingbird go down, and they'll know straight away what we're doing here. So,
Only because they're playing against you.
well, but as well, I don't know. I think hummingbird. If it was hummingbird and for food, so hummingbird being the only bird we kept, this isn't necessarily a full tuck. I think it does make sense to because hummingbird can go in the wetlands. You're getting cards and food at the same time, so it's at least something there. But yeah, I think the fact that they've seen we've kept that second bird, we've now laid eggs, we're clearly going to play something here. I think he's expecting a grackle or a bush tit, so he won't be too surprised.
Yeah. Oh, I wish he'd gotten bush tit instead of grackle. That would
Yeah,
have been great.
yeah. So bush tit I think is the best bird to get at the start. For precisely that reason, it's going to help with more of the end of round goals, but as well, it's got more egg spaces, so this is going to run out after 3 turns. So we are going to need to be careful in that respect. But yeah, I've got my eye on that house wren magpie. By the time within 3 turns, we'll have got 3 food, so we'll be able to play both of those, and then potentially still have a turn left over after that to lay eggs on that magpie if we need to, and that might help with the end of round. And then magpie helps with the prairie manager as well, so it's something to keep an eye on. But I think for at least for the first few turns we can. Ooh, okay.
Oh, change the plan.
Yeah, I think we kind of have to. We have to take that at the very least and not let him get it.
Yeah.
Okay, so what did he? Oh, he must have taken the house rent. That's very weird. Okay, so we've got to take this. So, are we discarding an egg and, or do we take the raven and then carry on with plan A, and just use this as a foundation as a setup? Score points, get cards. We can use that hummingbird to get food for the raven to get that down for round 2. Obviously, we are playing house rules in this, so we won't be able to play the raven in round 1 anyway. Yeah,
It'd be awkward if you think we're playing house rules and then Tay drops a gull right now.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna message him and check.
Yeah. No, I was thinking that the raven and the grackle might be a decent start for a grassland engine, because you can use the egg off of the grackle to feed the raven, but that's also reliant on having a strong enough wetland engine.
Exactly.
I think you discard the card, discard an egg and yank off the top of the deck, see what you get.
Yeah, I don't mind using the egg here because we can still play the grackle the next turn.
Yeah.
We've still got that 1 egg left over, so I will do that and see what we get. Ooh, another quite nice bird. So I'm okay with that.
It's such a nice bird.
Yeah.
If you don't have a raven next to it.
Yeah. Right, so we are going to activate this because we are going to need.
Yes.
So I'm thinking take this because this is the kind of food you need early in the game.
Yeah. Just as a deny.
He hasn't got any worms, so at least stop the worm from him.
Okay.
Yeah, we are doing house rules, so yeah, I think that's quite a good example, really, that of being flexible. So if we played if we played the grackle, would that have worked out better? I don't know, but at least oh my god, that's a terrible tray now. But yeah, I quite like this. I think like I said, we can get the grackle down. That didn't really affect our tempo too much. Maybe 1 turn, obviously drawing cards before we got the grackle down. It was a little bit slow, but I don't think it was too bad. And yeah, we can kind of keep drawing cards. We'll get the food for the raven from that hummingbird and just see what we get. If we can get a nice tucking bird for the grasslands, then that's going to set us up really nicely. Like I said before, these end of round goals kind of scream grasslands engine at you rather than full tuck, so having that option at least.
You know what I just realized?
Go on.
If we had gone with what I said and played the grackle to use that egg delay to the hummingbird, we would have drawn the raven and had to decide then.
Well, there you go.
Top deck raven.
Exactly. So in that position, I don't know, what would we have done? I probably would have tucked the raven. I'd have committed at that point and gone, no, do you know what? I don't know. It would have been a difficult one, but
yeah. 5-minute turn.
Yeah. I'm kind of curious I'm kind of curious what he's doing, because he took the house room from the tray, not having any grubs. Obviously, we then managed to take the one that was in the bird feeder, with the hummingbird. So yeah, he kept 2 birds. So he must have something else decent that he's not playing so far.
Double play in the forest, maybe.
potentially. Alright, I'm not going to think too much about that turkey. I'm just going to play this.
So we are going.
I think
Oh,
this is the strategy. I think we kind of just have to, because that grackle is really nice in the grasslands, like you said. It's going to help feed the raven, and you kind of need that second grassland bird when you are running raven.
why did you
Otherwise, it's
play it in
quite
the
slow.
wetlands?
Well, because we don't have card draw. Like that grackle, if we're only getting 2 cards a turn from the
Oh yeah.
wetlands, you can't afford to be tucking too much from it. Ah, Tau here. Okay, that's quite a nice one for him.
Okay.
All right, let's keep going. See what we get. More trash.
Trash.
That can go. um,
Give it to Tay first. See if he
yeah,
takes the fish.
if he wants the fish, he's not. At least this forces
He's not
him.
gonna take it. But...
No, but it forces him.
Well, we either get a reroll or we get the fish for the ibis.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, to be honest, like any food at this point is good.
yeah.
As long as we get a rodent at some point, so we can get that raven down. But yeah, ibis certainly isn't bad. I mean, maybe we might even be able to play the ibis in this round and lay eggs on it if we think we can compete for that end of round goal. If we think we can tie, we might have enough turns. I don't know. It might, if it slows down the raven, it's probably not worth it. But oh my god, ooh, more really good birds.
Trash the
Okay.
red start.
Yeah. Good shout.
Goodbye.
Hope for the rodent. There we go. Lovely stuff.
Yay.
Alright, so okay. So we'll have one more turn drawing cards, and then that grapple's going to fill
Since
up.
you took the rodent, we're not gonna have time to get a bird down and lay eggs on it.
No, I kind of thought about that. Like, but if we played a bird and then laid eggs, we'd have no food. So we want to prioritize
True.
getting that raven down
Yeah.
as soon as possible, really.
And also we've got really great cards for the raven.
Well, exactly, yeah. Like as soon as you see
We
these
just need
kind of big point birds that need a lot of food, certainly you kind of look at those end of round goals. The puffin with the star nest is quite nice, and obviously these.
Puffin with the star nest in one egg spot.
Well, it's better than nothing.
True.
So it's
So-
at least something.
If you're getting raven down, what are you looking for here as supporting birds? Because you have such good cards in your hand, I don't know if you'd be looking for tuck and draw, or would you still?
I think I still would. I mean, kind of anything really. Like you kind of just
Bunting?
need. You need that second grassland bird. Like it almost doesn't matter what it is. I mean, I'm even looking at that turkey and thinking that might be quite nice, just at least as something, and it's going to help with the third end of round goal as well. But yeah, I think you just need anything that's going to help. At least get you that extra egg, because otherwise it can be really slow at the start, at least when you do have the raven, because you lay 2 eggs but then you discard 1, so you only actually get one egg. Okay, so they pretty much have that end around on lockdown anyway.
I am calling it now that Tay has a raven. They have
but
no.
yeah,
And
but they got
the
Tau. They've
magpie.
got Tauhi.
Oh no, the Chowie came out of their hand as well. So
Yeah, I think it did. They might have drawn
yeah.
it. Okay, so we got
Well, no,
another.
because the magpie and the house wren came out of the tray.
Yeah. So we've got another tucking bird. So my question to you is,
Yeah.
do we continue on this full tuck path, or do we go with the raven? Because
I wish it was the common raven.
it will exactly.
That's what
If it was, then it's going down straight away. But I don't know. It's difficult because, like you say, we've got these strong wetland birds, and kind of the more of these tucking birds you play and fill up your wetlands with, you kind of get less options for filling the wetlands out. So we got one more card. Do we want to take this turkey, or do we want to leave it?
We've got enough 3 food birds already.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think.
Ooh, okay. I actually don't mind that.
Oh yeah, because you can double play it with the raven.
Double play it
and
with the
get you-
raven.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna suggest that we tuck this, because this might at least
Yeah.
be useful for getting more card
Well,
draw. But
I
think
guess we're
the
gonna
bitten's
always have to
useless.
skip the.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to skip the path on the bittern all the time. So
Yeah, and it's worth less than the ibis, which might at least get us some extra points. So
yeah.
let's do that, and we can go for, I guess, a seed.
Fish.
Do we? I don't think it matters.
Oh no, because we went to sparrow. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
The power of thinking twice.
Exactly.
which I appear to not be doing. It's a
So
good thing I'm not in control here.
yeah. So on our last turn, what is our plan here? Are we going to draw cards again? Because we're going to miss out an egg on that grackle, but it might still be worth drawing cards. Because like, what's our other options? We play the blackbird, but then that slows down getting the raven down at the start of the next round.
I think we draw cards and skip the tuck,
Yeah.
or skip the egg laying,
Yeah.
because you want a lot of cards to see with Raven, and if you draw 2 really good cards, you can skip the tuck on the grackle, and you're only losing the equivalent of 1 point instead of 2.
Yeah.
So, I think draw cards gate another food, because like you don't want to lay eggs, and your only other option is taking food, like to get the fish for the puffin.
Okay.
Ew.
I mean, I'm very tempted to take this turkey. I've just got like, those last 2 end of round goals. I think if we can get the turkey down in the forest, that's 5 egg spots for both of those. So I think basically the round 2 strat is get the sparrow and the raven down, and then just go get the food to get these big point birds down, and kind of assess from there and see what we can do. So I think still do the tuck here because we're never going to play that titmouse, even though we missed out on the egg. And do we want to use the hummingbird? Because it is going to give Tay a food.
Tay has a lot of food.
He does have a lot of food, but he's got no forest, so it's not like he's got plenty of time to use this food if we do give it to him. It's about how much that speeds up our play.
So, if you take the food, like,
we can already get the sparrow and the raven down straight away. If we take the food, that's going to leave us 1 left over, so we can then lay eggs once, and then we'll have 3 food, which means we can get down some of these birds.
Yeah. I'd say, what food is Tay missing?
Rodents.
Rodents. I doubt they need the rodents though.
I'm gonna suggest we use the hummingbird.
Yeah, I'm agreeing. Take the hummingbird. I'm just debating whether we take that. Oh, okay.
I think you re-roll there.
I re-rolled the fish because I was debating over whether we took the fish or gave Tay the re-roll. But
yeah, I mean the fish wasn't critical there. I think we still could have been okay because whatever food we used, we could have used that for the raven and save the fish anyway.
True.
But yeah, you don't. I think in that position you don't want to take the fish and give a re-roll to your opponent. It's too much of a risk.
Yeah.
All right, and that's a pretty bad tray, which is good.
Yep.
We don't want to see good cards there, so I think stick with the plan. Get these.
Wait, before you get too far, did you want to play the sparrow with the? Oh, it doesn't matter. We're getting 2 of anything. Play the sparrow with the worm, which I was.
Yeah, it's fine. Because we're going to do this. We're going to leave ourselves with a fish. Which, if we're going to try and play, I don't know. What do we? I think at this point we probably just get the puffin down. See that bonus card.
Yeah.
And yeah, kind
see
of
the bonus
go
card
from there.
if it's the flocking bird 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because really at this point, like we've already got 3 nice birds that we want to be looking to play, and there's nothing in the tray. Like we don't need to gamble from the deck. I don't think we can just play it safe and lay a few eggs, just get some birds down. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, I don't know. Maybe Tay's going to look at that flycatcher as an option, but
yeah.
Of course, the condor. Of course. You couldn't resist.
It's got to be rough for. I would love to watch Tay's video back now.
Yeah, he's probably struggling quite a lot.
Him complaining.
I don't know. I think he'd be happy with playing the condor. He quite likes the condor. It's the second wetland bird. Yeah. It's going to save the eggs when he's going for food, so it's not terrible, but
not a bad play at all. I'm just looking at the point differences and the power differences between the 2 boards.
Yeah, I mean, I'm curious. I'm assuming he is going to take that flycatcher because, probably that Towhee was sustainable beforehand if he's going to get free food from our hummingbird, but now he knows that hummingbird is basically not going to give him anything. He is going to need to, generate some food source somewhere else. That Towhee's not going to... He'll keep him going for a little bit. Obviously, he's got quite a bit of other food already in his hand, but yeah, it's going to be slow going otherwise.
I'm gonna say Tay might take the pelican here.
I don't know. That's a really weird one. It'd be weird to take
It's
that.
a really weird one, but nope. Okay.
No,
One
he
because you've
took birds, but
taken neither of.
he went blind from the deck. So, all right,
Yeah, you
Puffin.
spend it off the grapple, right?
I mean, we need eggs in the
Oh no, we're not planning to
wetlands.
draw. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't matter too much. We've got enough space on there. So let's have a look.
Come on.
Oh, we do have bird
Oh!
counter.
Oh no.
Bird counter or rodentologist. Both 2 points at the moment.
Rodentologist.
It's whether we think we're going to play the blackbird or if we're just going to go ibis and not worry about the blackbird.
I will say that I am not on Team Blackbird here.
Yeah, I don't think we need the blackbird.
And I think with rodentologist, the birds that qualify for it are generally higher points than the ones that qualify for the counter.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I'm leaning towards rodentologist. I think in general it's a
yeah.
stronger bonus card anyway. So cool, we'll go with that.
Okay, fingers crossed we draw the golden eagle next round.
Well, that's the thing. You want that golden eagle. Any of
Peregrine.
those, any of those kind of hunting birds. But even like spotted owl, plenty of sort of cheap
Oh yeah.
forest birds. We've got loads of space in the forest to fill those up. So.
You know what would have been great for this? The bittern that we discarded.
Yeah.
Oh, there's the
Oh,
cuckoo.
well.
Okay.
There we go. Okay.
We've
So
got barely any.
that's interesting. Yeah.
They're gonna run out their spaces in 2 turns if they don't spend anything.
Yeah, and that's where playing the condor is like, well, now you don't have an option for discarding. So, I think do we just carry on as normal? Try and get at least the ibis down. Really, I guess target this end around goal. Fill up these egg spaces.
Yeah, I think that's a good.
Because really, that's the priority. And then, yeah, like at some point we'll need to go for cards, but I think we don't need to worry about that yet. We're scoring 2 points on the turns that we're gaining food with the Raven, and we're scoring way more than that on the turns we're playing birds. So, yeah, like we're already on 35 points, and there's still three turns. Yeah,
Wow.
3 turns to go. So that's already a big score. Obviously, we are now giving a point away to our opponent every time, so we've got to bear that in mind. But yeah, see, he's still laying eggs, even though he's getting a load of free ones. So interesting. Okay. Yeah, so we'll take a worm and then we'll take a seed because we'll want something to at least think about getting that turkey down soon. Now
Yeah,
the
I think we're waiting
question,
for the 3rd round trade.
yeah, the question I'm going to have for you is: this ibis has got that hunting power. Now, when we go for cards, are we going to activate that because it is going to give a free food away? Is that something that we're going to worry about?
I'd say given Tay's setup right now, I don't think so. Well, no, because if they've got the weak setup,
Trumpeter swan. All the big point wetland birds. Okay, so they're going to have 5 spaces. Yeah. I mean, I think it's worth playing this anyway.
Yeah, definitely play it anyway. It's just a turn. Just a turn from home to be activated or not. I don't know where they're getting cards from.
I'll be honest with you. The only thing that's putting me off maybe playing this ibis is like, okay, you then don't leave yourself space for more of those kind of birds. Like, what if you then draw like Woodstock and all those really big point birds that you then want to play later? I mean, we don't need to play it for the end of round goal. The most you can get is 5, and we're already on 6. We could instead get the food for the turkey and play that.
Take the food for the turkey.
Yeah.
Drop the turkey, and then let's see how the tray shapes up at the end of the round.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, we can be flexible. We've got the food to get both of these birds down. So, if we do decide that we still want to play, this ibis in round 3, then we can at least think about it. We've got that option, but yeah.
I think it's pretty likely that the ibis is going to go down. It's just giving the option to potentially change course rather than playing it early and going, oh no, now I have to play these 2.
Yeah, I think like in a position like this, if I can avoid doing something, I like to give myself time to like make that decision. Like we saw, okay, we don't need to play it for the end of round goal, so why bother playing it? We can put that decision off for a bit, give ourselves more information, whatever comes up in that round 3 tray. So it looks like he's going for cards. I'm trying to remember how many times he's drawn cards. This is probably him running out of either running out of cards or running out of good cards. So it's a bit weird drawing cards at this point, but he's probably going to plan to go for it. Start
Yeah.
of next round anyway. So we're going with this in the forest. Yep.
Yep. Yeah.
Excellent. Yeah, 40.
Pretty symmetrical setup.
What's that? It's going to be 52 points after 2
Wow.
rounds. Which,
Oh my gosh.
like, sometimes you might not have 52 points after 3 rounds.
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy. This could be a big score.
Okay. Could be a big score. We could blow it in approximately 2 turns.
Yeah. It's all going to be on that tray, you know, if, like, Killdeer or something comes up. But
Still
yeah.
wait for Killdeer?
Maybe, I don't know. It's difficult. I think he kind of needs something like that. Like a tucking bird as well, like if you draw barn swallow. I think we're both kind of looking for that style of bird, because it's pretty obvious with these setups that we've got and the end of round goals, it's all going to be about egg laying, so you kind of want those engine building birds. Oh, well there you go, bald eagle. That's exactly the kind of bird that you, when we've got rodentologist, that you want to save that space for, so I'd be considering going for that if Tay doesn't pick it up.
Yeah, I'd say 100% if Tay doesn't pick it up. The question is Tay over there going right now, oh, do I need to deny this?
It's a tricky one.
It's a tricky one.
Yeah.
I think I would deny it if I was Tay, because I think they...
It depends what he's got. It depends if he was planning on doing something else. Like we saw, he drew cards and then he laid eggs. Okay, if he's got the food, like say he's got Housefinch now and he wants to play that, you know, is it going to affect your tempo too much during that? Because obviously he doesn't know that we've got rodentologist, but yeah, when you see big point birds like that and you know you're up against a raven, it does kind of make you think, oh, maybe I should be denying here. But I guess we'll wait and see.
When did Tay pick up the food for the Housefinch? I thought they just had a berry.
Yeah, well, he laid eggs. So he laid eggs on the last turn of the previous round to get the seed. I mean, this is all. This is a hypothetical Housefinch. I don't know if he's got it. I'm just kind of. I always do this when I see someone's got a certain, you know, combination of food. I always think, okay, what is the best card for them to have at this point with that combination of food? Okay, so he has denied it. So.
Nice.
Okay, how do you feel about going for cards, or do we want to play this Ibis and then go for cards?
I'd say play the Ibis and then go for cards, because even if we skip the power, then we're getting 3 cards instead of 2, and so we net gain of 2 cards with the tuck on the grackle.
Cool. I'm okay with that. We'll do that.
Spend the eggs off the grackle.
Yeah. Okay, so right, next time we're gonna get to draw 3, and then we'll tuck 1.
Would you look at the pipet?
I am looking at the pipet. I'm kind of thinking, it's it's another prairie manager bird. So suddenly, when you've got 3, and we've still got 2 more spaces, we need 1 more for that nice, you know, top level. I mean, okay, this end of round they have got a lot of ground their spaces.
Yeah, they've got. I wonder if Tay has enclosure builder. I hope he does, just for his sake. But what is going on?
Poor Tay. And okay, but why? Because I'm confused why he used the cherry for that and not the seed, because he's going to get loads of free seeds from the Tauhi, so that was a bit weird. But yeah, when you're playing Song Sparrow round 3, that's pretty desperate. Okay, so we'll just go 2 from the deck and
draw
then the
2 and then pick up the pipet after you see him.
Lovely.
Oh, okay. Screw the pipet.
Well, no, I still like the pipet. I think we can go both, you know, maybe. Because Pipit still helps for the...
Are you thinking about playing the Junko here, or no?
I'm not going to play the Junko. We don't need the extra food, and we don't have the cards to tuck, really, for that.
True.
I think Pipit still is worth it. Pipit's still worth it for the Prairie Manager. Yeah, 2 bonus cards is nice. So, are we skipping...
2 of your bonus cards benefit 1 of yours.
Are we skipping all... I quite like skipping here, just because... It at least forces him into, you know, I'm assuming that Song Sparrow's going to go up and then he can get 2 food, but it's still only 2 food. It's not great. My instinct is to skip. I think we don't need the points as much as he needs the food.
Yeah.
Skip.
Agreed.
And
Blackbird.
Yeah, probably Blackbird. I can't see us playing that at this point. And then
No.
we'll skip this as well because we don't need.
Starving out Tay.
Yeah. I mean, this is a key thing to be aware of. You know, if you look at what your opponent is doing, you starve them of things that they're struggling for, and like you see how much they're struggling for food at the moment. They've got that one seed, they'll get another from the Tauhi, but only 2 food a turn, and they're kind of at the mercy of the bird feeder. So we don't need that food from the hummingbird, but they do. So if we can deny that as much as possible, that's going to be good for us.
This is like the most brutal game of Wingspan strategy I've ever been a part of. Starve them out, leave them at the mercy of the bird feeder. Like,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah, Wingspan is a nice relaxing. No, it's not. Okay, so we're going to get the food for the pipit. Get that down. So, okay, so we've got 5 on the turkey, we've got 3 on the sparrow, 1 on the puffin. That's 9. The pipit is going to get us to 12, and they currently
9 plus 3 is not. Well, yes, it is. Wow. Okay.
they also
Elsie
currently
can't
have
get that
12.
confirmed.
So if we can fill these up, I don't know if we have enough. I think we might be okay. If we play this in legs twice, we can fill up and potentially tie this end of round.
Yeah.
Oh, I just realised as well that Song Sparrow's got all those bowl nest spaces. That is going to help with their cuckoo.
Oh, there's cuckoo.
Yeah, I think play the pipit here. We can take the egg off the grackle, and then 1, 2, 3. Yeah, if lay eggs twice, we can fill up the pipit on one turn, and then fill up the other spaces on the other one. So
you want to take the? Oh, too late.
Now.
Well, we could potentially place wetland scientist if we get lucky on a draw.
Yeah. I mean, either of these we're kind of gambling on being able to get something. We just need one more, and when you look at the percentages,
I think you're more lucky on wetland scientist.
I think so. Like this is where you look at the cards. You go, okay, 26% versus 22%. We're only looking for 1, and we're going to get that advantage of that tray in round 4. So I'm leaning towards wetland scientist for sure.
Yeah. I'm going to say that there is an 100% chance, whichever one we pick, that the other bird is going to show up.
Yeah. You know that, like, we'll pick wetland scientist, and then the next tray is going to be, like, 2 of those double birds plus the Cassin's finch that all meet viticulturalist.
And the Oriole.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
the Oriole and the Cassin's finch.
Yeah, always. But then, you know, if we picked viticulturalist, then, like, Woodstock's going to appear, and we'll think, oh, I wish I'd taken wetland scientist, but... There you go. Yeah. No rodent birds as well. Not seen any more rodent birds since we picked that, which is a shame, but oh well. Yeah. Can't have everything. Yeah, okay. I'm trying to work out what their game plan is at the moment. I'm assuming they picked up some
game plan.
Yeah, I'm assuming they picked up some okay birds and they're just trying to get the food for that, but I saw them re-roll the bird feeder last time and it just came up with more of the same food, so I'm hoping they don't need like fish and rodents and stuff because yeah, they're not really getting the luck on that front.
Yeah. I mean, on one hand, I feel bad, and on the other hand, we're going to win by a lot. So.
Yeah, it's looking like it's going to be pretty comfortable. You know, already 64. We're going to get a couple more points end of this round, and yeah, it's all going to be on that bonus card, but also what comes up in the tray in that last round, and is that going to be worth, you know, picking up and playing as well.
So we're getting only in the last round. Would you consider activating the ibis, or does it matter? Because I think you said that Tay is re-rolling the bird feeder, getting the same food, which doesn't appear to be what they want.
I'd consider it. I'd think about it. Yeah.
Just see what comes up.
Yeah, and it depends like what food they've got. Like if they've got loads and loads of food, then I feel less bad about giving them 1.
Yeah.
But if that saves them a turn going to the bird feeder, then it's not worth gaining a point from our perspective just for that.
Let's see if they move the song sparrow. If they move the song sparrow, then we don't activate it. If they don't, then we do.
Yeah, so I'm gonna assume.
Because then that strands the song sparrow up there.
Yeah, I'm assuming that he's gonna. I thought he'd play something here and then move the song sparrow down, but I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see. But Yeah, I think.
Almost harder to do the mind game on Wingspan when your opponent's just like, Song Sparrow,
Yeah,
Magpie,
yeah,
I am playing whatever I get. I've totally been in Tay's position. I think we all have.
yeah,
But, like,
yeah. Or it's just not going your way.
I think they were probably pulling for a grassland bird with the Towie. And then
Yeah.
once something came up, they had to go, okay, so I do actually need a forest.
Oh, of course they had the wren. I
Hey,
forgot
there's
that.
the house wren.
Forgot about the wren. Yeah, I mean it's one of those where like they had a really nice start, the Tauhi in the turn. That's quite nice, but it's all about the card draw. So
Yeah.
yeah, they've got a nice grassland setup there now. That's what 6 points plus
Hmm.
a food. Then obviously they're getting free eggs from the cuckoo as well. So I
Yeah.
don't think it's a completely lost cause for them. They're still in with a shot. But yeah, it could well come down to that final tray.
Yes. And what bonus card we get off
And the
the
bonus
Vireo?
card, yeah.
What? Yeah, what's the board setup here?
So my next question for you is, this Vireo, where do we play it?
Um, I feels like this is the skills test because it seems really obvious to me.
I
But
don't think it is obvious. I don't think it is.
oh, that's true. Yeah, because you're weighing the getting up to 4 eggs in the grassland
Mm,
versus qualifying.
yep.
Well, how many egg spaces does Tay have in the forest?
So they'll be on 7 because
One.
that Song Sparrow is going to be there.
Yeah, I'm
But
guessing the Song Sparrow is getting ditched up there for
well,
now.
they can have it here and then lay eggs on their last turn and move it up. So that I
Yeah.
imagine is what's going to happen.
So act like Tay has 7 spaces.
Effectively, and they might get more. They might be able to play another
Yeah.
one. I mean, I'm kind of, for me, I'm like, okay, at this point, because we can discard the food, so at this point, we don't need loads of food. I'd be tempted here to start throwing one food a turn just to at least get that extra point. And then keep the flexibility of, okay, the Vireo, because, we might want to save these spaces for something that's going to meet Prairie Manager and
Yeah.
help max that out. But yeah, I would
The
certainly be considering getting rid of this food here, just for the extra egg.
Yeah.
Because we're not.
Considering as you do it.
Well,
Well,
you didn't tell
the
me not
beauty
to.
of the Raven is you can turn one food into 2 food.
Precisely,
So
precisely. I like this. I like this play of, yeah, like you keep your options open. You kind of,
yeah,
yeah, you gain some food, and then you go, okay, well, I've just discarded an egg for 2 food, but I can get that egg back next turn by discarding one of those foods. So I've just got free food.
yeah.
Okay.
One glitch I have noticed is that when your opponent activates a caliber at the end of the round, the scores don't tally
Yeah,
up.
it doesn't do the end of round goal, which is a bit annoying,
Yeah,
but we did tie that, so
we tied.
that's quite nice.
Yeah.
They will have a bit of an advantage. They're like 1 point ahead, and it is going to come down to this last one. Right, this tray. So we've got the Barrow's Golden Eye for the Wetland Scientist, which I'm probably kind of leaning towards taking that at least as a guarantee, because you see that as a 6 point play after the egg cost, and we know they're going to be laying eggs. So if we can
Yeah.
be canny and get this Vireo down as well, that's going to help with some egg space. So it's kind of better than nothing, and then at least we can gamble on the other 2 cards. Really, we're kind of praying for. I know there's at least a few that meet both of these 2 bonus cards, so if we can get lucky. But that's what I'm leaning towards at least. Go for the Golden
Yeah.
Eye, that guarantee of a big point wetland bird at least. So, okay, deep breath. What can we
Okay.
get?
Fingers crossed.
Okay.
Uh,
I don't know if that's better than the
Not
Golden
bad.
Eye. We can at least keep it and
Yeah.
see. That's not very good. Okay, so do we take the Ahinga as our guaranteed wetland scientist?
I would say yes, because right now we only have one.
Yeah.
Like, we don't have any other cavity nest
Yeah.
spots aside from the one on the puffin.
Yeah. So I'm going to think about it this way. It's an extra point, and it's 1 less food. So that extra food might potentially also become a point if we're going to discard.
Yes.
So if this is maybe worth 2 more points, are we going to get 2 eggs off the Golden Eye? Probably not.
No.
Even if we do, they come out the same. So I'm kind of happy to run with the
Yeah.
Ahinga as the wetland bird.
Wood stork, wood
So
stork, wood stork, wood stork.
no.
No, that's not what I said.
Okay. At this point, do we go for the food? It's only one. It's
Um,
not going to happen. Right,
yeah.
I'm gonna make an executive decision. We're going to roll, and it's not going to come back anyway. There we go.
Yay!
Okay, Junko can go because we're never going to play that.
Yeah.
Actually, well, do you know what?
I don't
It
like the
doesn't matter.
Nutcracker
Yeah,
either.
the Nutcracker.
Nutcracker out of spite.
Nutcracker is fine. We can skip that.
Skip that.
Okay, so we've got 4 turns left. It's going to be 2 turns playing birds and 2 turns playing eggs.
Yeah.
Pretty
I will
straightforward.
say that if we lay eggs this turn before we play the Vireo, we've got that one worm, and so we discard the worm, get an egg, and turn that worm into 2 fish.
Yep. I'm on board with
Nah.
that. Exactly. Yep, I like that.
It's like the ravens are magic when you only have 3 birds.
Yeah.
Ow.
It is
Sometimes.
going to be a bit of a slow end, I feel, for us. Like we're on
Yep.
75, but like every time Tay lays eggs, they're going to get 7 points or 6 points, sorry, but then they're going to get 1 from the cuckoo whenever we lay eggs. I'm assuming they're going to have to go for cards at some
It's
point.
gonna fill up that blackbird.
Going to run out of egg space pretty quickly, but I'm assuming some birds at least are going to go down. But I guess we'll see. Cool. All right, so we'll chuck that one. We can. Yeah, this is fine. It doesn't really matter. And then we can go for that. We can get the 2 fish. So we will want to play the Vireo first so that we can lay eggs on it, because for that last end of round goal, we need to be careful for that. But yeah, it's kind of
I don't
not a
know
whole lot
what
to
we
do.
can score here.
Well, we've got a couple of star nests, so couple of bowl
I guess
nests,
we
a couple
get
of any kind of nest. I think is going to be okay, except for cavity.
if we get the Vireo down, then that's enclosure builder.
Yeah. Omnivore would score
And
6. You got all the
we do
typical ones like Oologist would be 6 as well. Ecologist is going to be
Ecologist wouldn't be
4.
bad.
Yeah, there's a few. There's at least a few I can think of that we would get at least a few points from. So, yeah, not loads of like big point options, but certainly a few decent chances of getting something. So
maybe we should have played the Vireo before we switched the food out.
Well, I don't know, because then what else would we have played? Like, is it really likely that we'd have drawn a bonus card that meant we would have wanted to play something else? Because we're still going to get 3 extra points from this Enhinger.
True.
So
Forgot about that.
it's still a 7-point
It's
play.
7 points.
So like, unless like even if you draw Forest or something, like you're not going to have enough birds to make the crossbow worth it.
No, I was just thinking about bird feeder because we're 1 away, but
Yeah, it's true. Well, we'll see.
I don't think it's worth it though.
No. No, I don't think so. Right, clearly they've got quite a big decision to make.
Or an internet lag. Bug. Whatever.
Yeah, it's been okay. I've not noticed the timer.
Yeah.
The timer bug for quite a while, so I don't know if they've quietly fixed it, or if I've just been really lucky and not noticed it. But
yeah, I feel like it only timer bugs during streams.
yeah. It knows the worst time to happen. Right. Well,
so do you always check your score so frequently while you're playing?
Oh yeah.
Or is that just for the benefit?
No,
wow, okay.
I'm always looking, and like I was about to say, like this is probably the point where I'd start counting up my opponent's points and just trying to start think about, okay, how many points are they likely going to be on? So, yeah, it's useful to kind of have that in mind. But I don't know, they're kind of on. What are they going to be on? I think they're on about. Ooh, that's really nice. Okay. I think they're on like low mid 60s at the moment. But they have got a couple of bonus cards. So we have got a bit of an advantage, but yeah, that goose, they're now going to get like, what's that, 8 points per grasslands, and we're getting way less than that. So I don't know, we might lose this.
Do they have enough egg spaces to run the goose?
Well, there's the bird feeder, but we have got falconer, and that helps Ihinga. But the Ihinga's got the falconer, so there we go. That's good. Yeah, I don't know. They've got
10 spaces left.
So
They're
they
getting
could, yeah,
4.
they can lay eggs twice basically, and then they run out. So it depends if they, because they might need to draw cards again. I don't know if they've got enough cards to tuck behind that blackbird, because they've already tucked twice. You know, they only get 3 a turn when they're drawing, so they've not had. They didn't spend that long drawing cards. So I wonder if it's going to be draw cards and then lay eggs twice. But I guess we'll see.
So we're gonna tie this last end of round goal.
In theory, unless they
Oh,
you know,
true. Unless they
unless they get a forest bird from somewhere. But I think even at this point, like even the strongest forest bird is not going to be worth playing instead of activating that grasslands.
Yeah. How many points is that? That's 2 from the goose, 2 from the blackbird. 4. So it's an 8-point grasslands.
Yep.
Yeesh.
All right. So just trying to check if they've got. I'm kind of thinking, don't lay eggs because I don't know.
Yeah,
I
I
guess
think
it doesn't matter
the...
because I kind of want them to fill up on their egg space. But they're kind of, I think they're going to fill up anyway, so it probably is going to make a huge difference. But yeah, we want to play the Ahinga anyway. I don't know. We could, because if it comes down to food, if we lay eggs now and discard and get the discard for the egg and then change the egg to food, do that Raven magic trick, we will come out 1 food ahead. And it might, it's fine margins, you know, little things like that.
Yeah.
And then we can get 2 fish back.
Woo!
So yeah, I'm kind of curious. I'm curious as to whether they are able to, you know, play a bird or something, or if they are going to run out. Because in theory, they might say they might have something for like 1 seed. I don't know what they could possibly have that's going to help them in that kind of category, but it's something. You know, you lay eggs now, you don't miss out. Well, they might miss out on 1, but yeah, because even if they do fill up on eggs, it might still be worth running that grasslands, even if you're not laying eggs. You know, they're still going to get 3 points from the tuck cards, which is probably better than playing a bird, but it depends what they've got. Yes, they have laid eggs, so they're completely filled up now. Be interested to see what they do, but Ahinga is definitely what we want to be doing.
Yeah.
So what's that? So we've got 4 points from that, 3 points from that. So that's 7, 9, 12. 12 from 4 is pretty bad, but I don't think we could have really done a whole lot more. I think we were quite unlucky on Prairie Manager, considering we got 3 really quickly and then couldn't find that 4th one at all. But yeah,
all of our luck ran out after the second round.
This is the other thing that annoys me. I have no idea what he's just done in his last turn because it skipped ahead, but we'll see. So I think we're going to be somewhere in the 90s. I think. I don't think we've broken 100, but I might be wrong. So we'll see. Okay, they scored the same in bonus cards, which is always reassuring. Eggs, they're definitely going to have more, but I don't think they've got any tuck cards.
No, they do that blackbird.
Oh, the blackbird, that's true. Oh, we did reach 100.
Wow, that
so
was
100
close.
to 96. That was very. I told you it was going to be close. You know, we had that lead, certainly getting into round 4, but yeah, that it was kind of slow. You could kind of feel how slow it was at the end. You know, we're only getting like maybe 2 or 3 points a turn, while giving them a point, and also they were doing this big grass. I think they did just lay eggs on that last turn. Even like I said, you know, you miss out on the eggs, but you get the extra tuck cards. So yeah, well there you go. That was kind of interesting. Getting 2 players' perspectives on the same game. I think there were certainly some, you know, a few key decision points. Certainly when that Raven came up, and do we pivot? Do we not? I think that was the right decision in the end. Certainly helped us get some of these big point birds down, and I don't think we would have been anywhere near as competitive in these end of round goals if we hadn't built something up in that grassland. So that helped get a few points at least.
This was definitely fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's going to be really fun to watch Tuck and Cash's video on this and see.
I'm looking forward to that for sure.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think we're planning on doing a part 2 for this at some point where we'll swap the teams around a little bit. So if you'd be interested in that, definitely subscribe so you can stay up to date. But otherwise, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.